If you're over 60, you know that rusty feeling in your knees or hips when you first get out of bed. It feels like your joints are bone on bone, grinding like a machine that hasn't been oiled in decades. Most people reach for painkillers, but those only mask the noise. Today, I'm showing you the biological oil change. We are diving into 3 specific superfoods that act as internal lubricant, helping your body rebuild the fluid that keeps your joints gliding smoothly. But before we dive into the first food, if you want to protect your independence and stay active after 60, hit that subscribe button and join the Fit Senior community. We release science-based guides every week to help you move without pain. Now let's get your joints moving like a well-oiled machine. To understand why your joints feel stiff, we have to look at what's actually happening inside the capsule of your knee, your hip, or even your fingers. Imagine a door hinge that has been exposed to the rain for 20 years. It squeaks, it grinds, and eventually it gets stuck. Why? Because the oil that used to keep the metal plates from touching has dried up. In your body, that oil is a remarkable substance called synovial fluid. When we are young, our joints are flooded with this thick, egg white-like liquid. Its primary job is to create a microscopic cushion between your bones. It's so effective that healthy human cartilage has less friction than ice sliding on ice. But as we cross over age 60, 2 things happen that change the viscosity of your internal oil. First, your body's production of hyaluronic acid, the glue that holds moisture in your joints, naturally slows down. This makes your synovial fluid thinner and less cushiony. It's like putting thin sewing machine oil into a heavy-duty truck engine. It just can't handle the pressure. Second, we deal with low-grade inflammation. Think of this as sand in your gears. When you eat processed sugars or refined oils, your immune system creates inflammatory markers that literally eat away at the quality of your joint fluid. This is why your joints feel hot or tight after a day of poor eating. The internal lubricant, superfoods I'm going to show you today, aren't just vitamins. They are the raw building blocks your body needs to filter out that sand and thicken your natural oil again. We are essentially performing a biological oil change from the inside out. But there's a catch. Your joints don't have a direct blood supply. They rely on a process called imbibition, which is a fancy way of saying they soak up nutrients like a sponge when you move. That means what you eat for breakfast today won't reach your knees unless you know exactly how to trigger that absorption. Are you ready to see the first superfood that clears the rust and restarts the flow? Now that we understand the oil change biology, let's talk about the 3 specific fuels your body needs to rebuild that synovial fluid. We aren't just looking for healthy foods, we are looking for biological agents that can penetrate the joint capsule of a senior's body. First, we have the inflammation filter, cold water fatty fish. When you are over 60, the sand in your gears isn't just a metaphor. It's a physical reality called cytokines. These are inflammatory proteins that literally eat your cartilage for breakfast. Cold water fish like wild-caught salmon, sardines, and mackerel are packed with high-potency omega-3 fatty acids, EPA and DHA. Think of these as the cleaners of your internal oil system. They don't just lubricate, they actively block the enzymes that destroy your joints. For a senior, this is non-negotiable. If you don't like the taste of fish, you must look into high-quality fleet or third-party tested fish oil or algae oil. But remember the senior dosage. A small piece of fish once a week is just a top-off. To truly shift the chemistry of your knees and hips, you need these filters in your system at least 3 times a week. When your blood is saturated with these healthy fats, the friction in your joints begins to drop, turning that bone-on-bone grind back into a smooth glide. Second, we have the golden joint sealant, turmeric, curcumin. Modern science has finally caught up with what ancient medicine always knew. Curcumin is perhaps the most powerful natural sealant for aging joints. Inside your joint capsule, there is a constant battle between repair and destruction. In a stiff joint, the destruction is winning. Curcumin acts like a protective shield for your chondrocytes, the tiny cells responsible for building new cartilage. It tells your immune system to stand down and stop attacking your own joints. But here is the secret for the 60-plus crowd. Curcumin is notoriously difficult for the body to absorb. If you just sprinkle a little turmeric on your rice, you aren't getting the benefit. To turn turmeric into liquid gold, you must combine it with piperine, found in black pepper, and a healthy fat. The black pepper increases absorption by up to 2,000%, and the fat allows it to bypass the liver and enter your lymphatic system, heading straight for those rusty hinges in your hips and knees. Third, we have the hydration magnet, chia seeds and berries. Why this specific combination? To have oil in your joints, you need water. But as we age, our joints lose the ability to hold on to moisture. They become like dry, brittle sponges. Chia seeds are rich in manganese and omega-3s, which are precursors to hyaluronic acid. This is the glue that traps water inside your synovial fluid, keeping it thick and cushiony instead of thin and watery. Berries, especially blueberries and tart cherries, provide the coolant. They are loaded with anthocyanins, which lower the heat of inflammation. Think of it like a radiator in a car. If the engine is too hot, the oil breaks down. Berries keep your internal engine cool, so your joint lubricant can do its job. When you combine the hydration magnet of chia with the cooling power of berries, you are creating the perfect environment for your spine and knees to recover after a long day of walking. When you bring these three together, the filter, fish, the sealant, turmeric, and the magnet, chia berries, you aren't just eating a meal. You are performing a biological intervention. You are providing the raw materials for a brand new set of gears. Here is the final secret that most nutritionists miss. Your joint cartilage has no direct blood supply. It is what we call avascular. This means it doesn't get fed by your heart pumping blood through it. Instead, your joints eat through a process called imbibition. Think of your joint like a dry kitchen sponge. If you just pour water on top of a hard, dry sponge, it rolls right off. But if you squeeze that sponge while it's in the water, it sucks the moisture deep into its core. To get these internal lubricants into your knees, hips, and spine, you must perform the 60-second movement pump shortly after you eat. It's simple. While sitting or standing, perform gentle circular motions. Circle your ankles 10 times. Rotate your knees in small circles. Gently roll your shoulders. This squeezing action creates a vacuum effect that literally sucks the omega-3s and curcumin out of your bloodstream and deep into the cartilage. This is the difference between expensive waste and real biological healing. I want to know, which of these three superfoods is currently missing from your kitchen? Is it the inflammation filter fish, the golden sealant turmeric, or the hydrating berries? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one to help our community stay mobile. If this oil change guide was helpful, please hit that like button. It helps us grow our community of active, independent seniors. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to The Fit Senior. Thank you for trusting me with your health today. Your joints aren't worn out. They're just waiting for the right oil. Stay active, eat for your bones, and I'll see you in the next one.